Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for episode 4 of season 1 of Bringing Up Ballers. Let's just jump right in here. Nikki got down and talked to Heather and basically apologized for cutting up at her glam event. Heather, I've said it before, Heather plays no games. So she was like, you know what? If we're going to be friends, this shit can never happen again. You know, you put my brand on the line, you put my integrity on the line. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And for you to say you're my friend, are you serious? And then I look to you as being better than this. Like, are you kidding me? And she's like, okay. She said, I'm accept the apology, but I'm still pissed. Very honest, you know. I was like, I feel you, Heather. Now, their thing is they decided to join forces for a graduation party for their middle schoolers. And they were going on and on, and, you know, right away, Nikki's being ridiculous and Heather's being more practical. So they're going back and forth. And she's saying, you know, this is a middle school graduation. Like, there's no need to really throw a bunch of money away doing this. And that fool, that goddamn trifling ass Nikki sat up there and said, well, there's going to be gifts and stuff, and that'll recoup some of my costs. And Heather said, well, wait a minute, honey. Are you saying you're going to take the baby's gifts? She said, I already told him to ask people for cash gifts. I was like, now that is some ghetto, trifling, project-ass bullshit. Honey, you can't take the baby's money and think you recouping your money with his gifts. Those are his gifts. You can take the girl out the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out the girl. That's perfect. Perfect example. Foolishness. Child Heather just shook her motherfucking head. Later on, we actually sing that Heather's, Nikki's husband basically agreed with Heather, was like, scale that shit down and chill out. You're doing too much. Too much. So they came to a happy medium. They did do what I thought was really cute. They did a photo shoot of the two. Our daughter's really, really pretty. She really is. Did a photo shoot of them for their invitation. So they had really nice invitations that they sent out to the people that were invited to the party. So that was real nice. Let's talk about Peyton and George. So George was going to go on his own, which I didn't understand that, but he went by himself. Peyton didn't go with him to, I guess she had business obligations she needed to do, but he went to San Antonio by himself to look at the college. And they just had that whole little conversation. And again, he's never disrespectful to his mother, but he does talk to her like he is her equal. But that's the relationship that she has created with him because she's so fucking ridiculous. I'm looking at her, I'm going to say, what's up with these fucking shorts you got on? You're sitting here talking to your son and your fucking ass is hanging out of your shorts. Girl, you need to get a grip. You really do. She need to get a grip. Anyway. Next, we got Johanna. She done went to visit her mom. And once we met her mom, we kind of sing why Johanna is kind of the way she is. Her mother did tell her, you definitely need to apologize to Heather for that. Then I noticed that Johanna, again, like I said, jealous. I think she's jealous of Nikki. Again, she's insinuating that Nikki's jealous of her, but it's the opposite way around. And Johanna, her and her mother basically sat up and said the same shit, that Nikki was jealous of her because she grew up better with money and that she looks better than her. And I'm looking at the two of them and saying, where you see that at? Y'all delusional as hell. Because you ain't nothing but yellow. I mean, it ain't no, you know what I mean? When we break down into looks, there's no way that Johanna should think she looks better than Nikki because she doesn't. You're just high yellow. And that's the only thing. But she's nowhere near as cute as Nikki. And I think it really is the other way around. You deep down, you know it. And you're jealous of Nikki. Nikki ain't jealous of your ass. She really ain't. You would like to keep her as a friend as long as she's beneath you. But at the point that she's not beneath you, or she got something that you don't have, such as a husband and a family life, you're jealous of her. And you're sitting around playing that single mother victim. I don't have time to worry about what no woman think about me. Yeah, you do. That's why you all fucked up behind the fact that y'all ain't speaking. Because it's all off of your bullshit. And your mother ain't. As your mother, once we met her mother, I understand why she feels the way she feels. Full of shit. Anyway, moving on. Peyton and Ken. Ken basically talked to her, and she was telling him, she was mad that he actually told George. He told her, you know what? I'm alright with you being mad and all that. It don't make no difference. He got to flirting at her and batting his eyes and carrying on, honey, and punked her ass right on down. Later after that, she had went out with Nikki. Peyton and Nikki had got together, and that goddamn Nikki said, "Wait a minute." When she told her about Ken and how she's messing around with Ken. Now I took from, I don't know if they did this stuff out of whack, but from what I got, it seemed to me like their relationship was a relationship. Like it had already went to like they were kind of dating, a little bit or whatever. But at any rate, Nikki says, "Isn't he married?" And she's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Isn't he married?" She's like, "Isn't Ken married?" So she said, "Well, I got to go find out." So she went to talk to him, and he admitted to her. He says, "Yeah, I'm married." She's like, "Well, where's your ring?" And he's like, "Whatever." And she went into this whole rant and told him, "To hell with you." And she felt like he led her on, and he did. He did, because I had no inclination that he was married. He don't act like a motherfucker that's married with his little short ass. So then I kind of started side-eyeing Ken. I said, "You ain't shit either. You good with the kids, but you on some fuck shit." Anyway, he come back to her and apologized to her, bought her some flowers, and she told him, "Yeah, all this is nice, but I'm gonna need a Neiman Marcus or a Saks Fifth Avenue credit gift card. That's what I'm gonna need, and not no $50 either." He gonna say, "I was gonna make it 25." She's like, "Well, that's the case. You stay with your wife, because you can't afford me." It was a mess. That whole thing, that was messy. That was very unbelievable, very scripted and plotted. Whatever, y'all. Y'all try it. It's cool. Um, Heather and Johanna got together, and Johanna apologized to Heather. Exact same thing. Heather didn't pull no punches and play no games with her either. Told her, don't let this happen again, or we will not be friends. Do not let it happen again. And that was that. So then here comes the graduation party. Because Johanna had actually said to Heather that she was going to come to the party, and she was saying, "Do you think that's a wise choice?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "My nephew, Damari is like my nephew. I'm coming to the party. I'm not thinking about Nikki and her foolishness." So it's like, okay, whatever. Well, Cameron, which is Heather's daughter, she ended up having that she wasn't going to be able to make it to the birthday party. She had this exclusive basketball camp, and there were only 30 children that were chosen internationally, so she had to go. And it was over that same weekend. So she ended up going to that. But Heather paid her part. She wrote a check for all her part of the party. And still, Nikki had an attitude. And I'm like, "Girl, sit down. You're doing too much." But she paid her part. And then it was all white. Like everything was all white. She had to wear all white and all this. So, Johanna actually showed up to the party. And this was what was strange. She didn't even bring her son. So again, here we go with the made for TV shit. She didn't even bring her son to the party. But Nikki put her right the fuck out. She had her escorted right out of the party by bouncers, 3 of them. They put her right the fuck on out. And Peyton went outside and was talking to her like, "What? Are you serious?" Girl, she put her right the fuck on out. Right out. I was like, okay, y'all, with this episode. There was the 2 things in here. Y'all tried to play the reality game, and it was kind of see-through. But okay, I see where you were going. First time out the gate, I'm gonna give you a pass. We're going to keep on watching. All right. I'll see y'all later.